Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I'd like for you to do is to just pause the video for you to see which deck is resonating with you. And today we have a story die to go along with it. So go ahead and we'll begin with deck number 1. Alright, so deck number 1, your story has dinner on it. So relationship wise, maybe you guys are going out to dinner, or not even necessarily a relationship, but maybe there's plans to go out to dinner coming up. Maybe you've taken interest in cooking, or maybe there is something significant in regards to your diet where you're needing to focus more on what you're cooking or consuming. Maybe you're trying to be more creative with your dinner and eating, meal prep and things of that sort. But I do feel like maybe romantically there is someone who is maybe planning on taking you out to dinner. Maybe someone is trying to find out what you like so they can surprise you. So yeah, that is the message that I have from your story die. Now we have the Fool, the King of Wands, the Ten of Coins, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Coins, overall energy, Knight of Wands. We have Temperance, and we have the Queen of Cups. Alright, so overall energies, I kind of feel like maybe you guys have been preparing. Maybe you've been doing some sort of healing. If you're thinking about going out or dating, it could be that you've been single and just trying to heal from a previous relationship and just trying to heal yourself in general. It also could be from the perspective of someone who's getting ready to come towards you. Maybe this person has been healing and just like coming towards you. And either way, I feel like there is going to be some sort of new beginnings. Maybe you're getting ready to do something that you've never done before. Seems like you're up for a new exploration and trying things outside of your comfort zone. It looks like you're also stepping away from what other people think you should be saying or doing. You're going to do what you want to do. You could be making decisions without thinking about them because you're just ready to take some sort of a risk. You're like, who cares about what happens if I do XYZ? I just want to take that risk. Again, coming from the perspective of someone coming towards you, it could be that they are no longer caring about what somebody has said to them. They need to explore a relationship with you on their own. Career-wise, I feel like maybe you're getting ready to do something that you're very passionate about, or something that you don't know too much about it, but you just want to get into it. You're like, I don't know too much about this career or this path, but I'm willing to explore it. Maybe I'll be good at it. And it does seem like you're getting ready to take some sort of career risk. I'm also seeing here that whatever it is that is happening to you gives you security or some sort of fulfillment, especially, financially. So it could be that you're getting ready to step into some sort of money. Maybe a new job pays well. Maybe you're doing something because of that. You're like, I don't know too much about this, but it pays well. And so you're having some sort of financial stability now. But also, even if you are exploring something new, something about it feels familiar, or it's like you start to remember, or maybe you're like, oh, okay, this is something that I did as a child or was always curious about as a child, and now I'm doing it. So yeah, I kind of feel like you are at the same time, like this feels like your soulmate career. Feels like the career that you were meant to be with, or the career that you were meant to do. So something about it is bringing you balance as well. Balance, security, all of that. If this is about a relationship, the relationship could be giving you a sense of security. Maybe this person is offering the things that you've been wanting to hear in a relationship, and they've like, oh, you want this? I can give you that. Just say what you want. I have it all here. I have everything here for you. So I feel like relationship wise, if you're exploring, you know, new things, new people, whoever you're dealing with or getting ready to deal with, I feel like this person can offer you security. They can offer you all the things that you talked about. Something does seem like a childhood dream, and soulmate energy, of course. I feel like you're reconnecting with someone that you've known before, whether it was in a previous life, or someone that just feels familiar in this life because you're soulmates. Now, you also may have known this person from childhood, or from the past. It could be an ex, doesn't have to be, but because it's a past energy, it's just like someone is returning to you, or you're returning to each other. Now, I also feel like maybe there's something significant about family or distant relatives. It could be that your family has something to do with how you met your soulmate. It also could be that ancestors have brought two people together. Ancestors maybe approve of whoever you're in a relationship with, or who you're dating or getting ready to. It could be with a fire sign. I feel like fire or earth. It could be a water sign, but more so fire or earth. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I also feel like maybe someone has Aquarian placements or energies. Something about a relationship could be strange or unusual, or just like uncharted territories. Now, of course, I have to give just a heads up, just in case. For some of you, just be cautious of who you get involved with, because this person could be in an established relationship. Maybe they're already in a relationship and it seems like they have everything, but now they also want you to be a part of their life, even though they have like a relationship. So just be wary of that. It's not going to be for everybody, but I just always like to give that heads up when I see that family energy. I feel like you're also maybe rising in status or gaining more security in your career. Maybe you've been at a company for a long time and you've secured some sort of position with them, so they trust you and want to offer you more. Maybe they want to give you a raise or put you in a higher position. Okay, I'm hearing the name Stanley for somebody. Stanley. So I don't know if it is talking about someone's name or if it's talking about Stanley Cup. So I don't know if you're dating an athlete, someone that is on a hockey team. Yeah. Feels like some of you have also been meditating or trying to manifest peace, stability, and I feel like it's happening. You also might have like some sort of new idea that you want to explore. You're like, I had a new idea. Let me see where this goes, especially if you are an entrepreneur or business owner. So what I'm also seeing is detachment and detaching from the familiar or from the past, rather. I don't know if you're going to come back to the past, go back to the past, but it's like you're detaching from something. Now, I kind of feel like somebody may be trying to detach from you, or you are trying to detach from an air sign. Maybe you are doing something, you're doing things that are out of character. It also could be that you're trying to run away. Also, if someone comes into your life, maybe this person is running from something. So I'm getting something about either a fire sign. If they're not a fire sign, then this is just the energy of someone who's very independent, I'm sorry. Very independent. Someone who is kind of like a loner. I feel like somebody is distant. Somebody likes their space. I feel like somebody has an unusual way of how they like to do things. I want to say somebody doesn't like to have strings attached or doesn't like to have labels. They're a free spirit, but I also see someone who's capable of commitment. It's kind of like something might be like an oxymoron. Like someone who's detached, that doesn't like labels, but also can commit or prefers a commitment. It's strange. Or like they're committed, but they don't like to say they're committed. They're like, you know that. I don't have to keep establishing that we're committed. I don't know. So another thing I'm seeing is somebody being watched or observed. They're thinking. This person feels some type of way, but they're not speaking on it. There is a possibility that a fire sign feels rejected by you, or you feel rejected by them. I feel like somebody might be very outdoorsy or likes to camp. If somebody is in a relationship, something about the relationship seems lonely. Maybe their partner travels a lot. Or it is the situation where I said this person has like everything established in life, but they're lonely and they're looking for companionship. Someone might be both a loner and lonely. Like this person likes to be alone or likes to do their own thing, but I feel like they still would like someone to come home to. Another thing that could be going on is someone is an outsider looking in. So it could be you like looking at other people's relationships and just wondering, when are you going to have a relationship of your own? Not necessarily jealous, but just wondering, when will you have that? You might be connecting with someone or getting ready to connect with someone who just feels like home, feels like a best friend, falling in love with your best friend. Aside from love, you might be feeling very emotional, but like good emotions, and maybe even feeling creative, like you want to channel these emotions into something positive. Maybe you want to take the love that you have for your family and give that to someone, like help someone else find love or happiness, or help someone follow their dreams. Someone might feel torn in love, like I said. It's not for everybody, but somebody might be in an established relationship. Somebody might feel lonely in their relationship and feel like something's missing, but they're in a relationship for stability. And then they see you and they feel like they want more. Or you make them realize that you are what they want or need, or what's missing from their relationship is like just like love. If it's not love, then somebody seems to be torn between two things. Could be torn between family and career. Do you do what you love for nothing, or do you do a job strictly for financial security? Like, you might be at a crossroads when it comes to that. I feel that you're going to have to deal with a past issue regardless. I do feel like somebody wants to hold on to some sort of good feeling that they're experiencing, or a good dream that they're having. It's like, I want to hold on to this. I don't want to wake up from this. Again, I just kind of feel like people could be falling in love, or in love with their hopes and dreams, or an illusion. An earth sign might be in love with you, or vice versa. But on the shady side, I do feel like somebody is in a relationship and emotionally they're detached. They're having an emotional affair. This person feels like a soulmate. I feel like you and this person are best friends, or you could be like best friends. I feel like somebody's also dealing with anxiety in regards to whoever they're dealing with. If you are someone who is artistic or creative, you might be periods when you're shy about your work, and then periods where you're just very confident, especially if the things that you're doing artistically are being well received and it's encouraging to keep going. Somebody might say that your creativity is like out of a dream. It's like, oh, where did you come up with these ideas? This is very bizarre. This is unusual. So people might take to your creative side. Even if it's not something visual, if it's like writing, people might be like, oh, this idea is so out there. But I feel like it's being well received. I feel like there's also a possible reconciliation with an earth sign. Yeah. All right, moving on to deck number 2. All right, and your story die is ice cream. So maybe you've got a sweet tooth. Maybe there is something nostalgic about the week, having something to do with ice cream, or memories of ice cream, eating ice cream with somebody. I'm thinking about like Baskin Robbins. Maybe someone creates some sort of treat or dessert with ice cream. Maybe you like to make ice cream. Maybe it really just has something to do with, again, some sort of cooking that was in the first deck. And I feel like that same energy is being carried over about maybe someone who has a passion for sweets, baking, desserts. And then maybe it's just something literal, like you're indulging in some ice cream. Someone also could be concerned about their diet, though. Maybe there's a sign, either it's giving you the green light to treat yourself to something sweet, or it's telling you it's a red flag saying that your sugar's too high. So depending on your situation, you'll know which one is for you. All right, and you have the Two of Pentacles, Death, the Knight of Wands, Temperance, Four of Swords, overall energy, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles. All right, so I feel like initially there was a lack of something. Somebody was lacking, maybe lacking in resources, finances, and then it was restored. But something still looks unstable. I feel like somebody isn't out of the woods. It's like, even though someone maybe has some sort of financial security, is it really secure? It's like maybe there's too much spending going on, or maybe there's a lot of things that need financial attention, and it's just kind of eating up, some sort of financial security. If you had a relationship that's supposed to be secure, like maybe at first the relationship, it was poor, it was lacking, you had to be patient, maybe things started improving and the relationship did solidify, but something happens where it's like unstable again, or there's still something going on relationship wise. Health wise, same thing. I feel like maybe someone is struggling with their health. 1 minute somebody is sick, then it's like, oh, okay, I think I'm better, and then it's kind of like a relapse where the sickness is still lingering. Also, in regards to sickness, just make sure that you are boosting your immunity, because something could be deadly or life-threatening if not taken care of. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I do feel that something is a struggle, or something is like beating a dead horse. A situation that is supposed to end seems like it keeps coming back to life. And it's like, oh God, like I thought this was gone, dead and buried. Why are we bringing this up again? Or why is this still going on? So I feel like something keeps coming back to life, but it's a dead end. It's nothing more. I feel like there's also a cycle that will be ending. Something that was just unstable, or it just needs to end. It's like, look, there's nothing here. Just let it go. So I feel like a situation is going to come to an end that has been pretty unstable. Even if it's a relationship, maybe you kept trying to make a relationship work and it just wasn't working. It just wasn't going anywhere. So maybe there's going to eventually be a mutual agreement to just let the relationship go. I do feel like there's going to be healing after, something that ends or a sickness. It does look like there's going to be healing or recovery. If you had to let a relationship go, I just feel like you're going to get back stable. You will feel like yourself again. I feel like the ultimate goal is tranquility and peace. Definitely seems like your patience is being tried. But I do feel like your faith is going to be restored. Somebody needs to take a break or rest. I feel like somebody is wearing themselves out or wearing themselves too thin and needs to just like take a break and recover. You also might need to learn how to tone out chaos, whether it's happening around you or if there's something happening within you. I feel like you're needing to kind of tune out the chaos. There could be Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo in the picture. Now, I feel, again, something about a relationship that's a dead end. If somebody ghosted you, I feel like it's because this person is in a relationship or they haven't fully let go of a relationship. Even if their relationship is unhealthy at the moment, I feel like somebody keeps going back to a dead end relationship and trying to make it work or trying to heal it. Yeah, especially if someone just keeps ghosting you or they're quiet, they're not saying too much, they're popping in and out of your life. This person they're working on some things that they're not ready to talk about or ready to disclose. In general, too, there could be something going on with family. Like maybe someone is dealing with a death in the family. There could be some sort of serious family situation, family matters that are going on in somebody's life. If it is not happening to you, maybe it's happening to somebody around you, close friend or your partner. Maybe they're dealing with some sort of family issues. But it does seem like there could be some sort of um, something transitioning in regards to family, some heavy changes. So I do feel like somebody is dealing with a complicated situation. So I feel like two people feel like they're soulmates, but it's complicated. It's like, okay, if we're soulmates, why can't we just be together? Again, I feel like somebody is dealing with some sort of family issues, or, family relationship issues that they can't just seem to break free from. And then you also might keep allowing yourself to get caught up with someone because you love each other, or you feel like your soulmates are there, the love is there. Someone is feeling torn and conflicted and is just having a hard time choosing. If this is talking about finances, still kind of similar energy. I feel like maybe there's a conflict in regards to how to use your money, or if you just received some sort of settlement, or you're just kind of like sitting on some sort of financial heap of money. You're kind of like conflicted about what to do with it. And it feels like the minute you decide this is what you're going to do with your money, something happens, the universe intervenes, and it's like, nope, before you do that, like, what about this? And you're like, ah, man, like, I don't know what to do with it. So something's going on where I feel like there is conflict in regards to, what to decide. I see it looks like it's really about relationships, though. Um, Someone is torn about you. They admire you. Um, you make this person happy or feel whole, but they seem to be unavailable. I feel like this person is unavailable. This also might be a pattern or just something that just keeps happening where you keep ending up connecting with people who you seem to be a perfect match for, but they're unavailable. Um, and truthfully, maybe you are just having to deal with some shitty hand that you were dealt. It's just like getting caught up in these situations. And maybe you're trying to manifest your way out of that. You're, like, I don't want to be, in this situation. And you're just trying to manifest, peace. Even if that means staying single. You're like, I'd just rather stay single than continuously get caught up in these type of situations. I do feel like you just rather be left alone and you want to be left out of the drama. I feel like somebody also keeps getting awkward around you. Spiritually, I see like a spirit around you. And I feel like this spirit, you can feel when this spirit comes around. Maybe because you get nervous or anxiety. Maybe you feel pain or flutters in your heart. Like I feel like your body is trying to get you to acknowledge a spirit that might be around you. Mm, yeah. From a metaphysical standpoint, I feel like there is some spirit lingering around you, and I feel like your intuition radars, they just kind of like go off and you start to feel some type of way. Now, you also might be feeling symptoms of the spirit, like how this person passed away. Matter of fact, I do see this as a form of mediumship. So maybe some of you are a medium, but you don't know how to manage that energy just yet, or maybe you're trying to. Like, whenever you feel haywire, you don't know how to command your space or set boundaries with these spirits yet. Maybe that's something that you're needing to work on. Yeah, I feel like there's a spirit around you causing your body to go haywire. Someone coming towards you might have a white car, and it seems like a sports car. There may be conflict between you and a fire sign, or some sort of frustration. But I feel like that there, okay, so it's some sort of resistance, some sort of tension or resistance that's building up, but I feel like it's going away. It's possible that somebody's been struggling to tell you something. Also, I feel like whoever is coming towards you is dealing with a lot of changes in their life. I feel like there is someone who you're connecting to spiritually, metaphysically. You might be trying to heal someone or remove their sadness or help someone transition or cross over. Yeah. Definitely just feels that there is a spirit around you, or some of you are dealing with a transition, or trying to heal or recover from grief, mourning, depression. Somebody could be feeling very hollow or empty. It just feels like something's been lingering. Feels like someone keeps trying to communicate or relay messages to you. I don't feel like the verbal communication is the best right now. I feel like somebody isn't really being verbal in regards to how they feel, or if they do, it's just so subtle that you might be missing clues or whatever. The other thing is that it could be someone that is trying to heal you. Somebody might be meditating or praying for you. I am hearing something about like a dark angel or angel of death, though. Now, it could be that your occupation deals with death, so I don't know if you work at a hospital, especially, or a morgue. Maybe somebody is a mortician or is going into that field. Now, I'm also getting something about farmers burning crops. I don't know why they do that. But I'm getting something about maybe farmers burning their crops. I don't know if this is something that is intentional or if a farmer is unaware of someone burning their crops. I feel like you need a break. And also before you speak, I feel like you're needing to really clear your mind and process what it is that you're going to say or how you're going to say it. If you're needing to make a decision, I just feel like you need to be patient and take your time in any type of decisions that you've got to make coming up. I feel like somebody's thinking about you, though, and wants to talk to you. Yeah, there's a strong possibility that there's someone who's thinking about you and they want to talk to you, but they haven't said it or approached you just yet. I also get the spirit of someone's father or mother, maybe trying to come through. You also could be waiting for a response, especially in regards to documents or paperwork. And I feel like someone has read or seen your documents, but they haven't responded yet, but they will. But somebody has a lot to say. They're just like not ready to come forward. They're like, I got a lot to say, but let me wait. Let me think about some things. All right, let me see. Do I have time to do? I think I do. Move on to deck number 3. Oh. All right, so for deck number 3, your story has sad face, tears. So I don't know, maybe you're feeling sad or emotional or depressed about something, or maybe there is someone around you that feels this way. Or maybe something happens where that causes you sadness. Maybe you're just watching sad things, sad movies, sad news, or somebody around you is just like really hurting or sad about something. I feel like somebody is also dealing with mixed emotions. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody is sad about something or will be. All right, so we have the Magician, the Two of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, overall energy, Eight of Wands, Death, and Ace of Swords. All right. So, metaphysically, either some of you have been thinking about the dead, or receiving messages from the dead. But the other thing I'm getting is that someone ghosted you, or someone's thinking about you but they're not talking, or somebody hung up. Something stopped right after it started. I feel like there is going to be communication. I feel like when communication starts back, it's like happening really fast or really quickly. I feel like somebody's going to find clever or creative ways to express their feelings for you. But I still kind of feel like somebody might be playing mind games, or they're being indirect, or sending mixed signals. I do feel that you have a love connection, but there's something kind of confusing about it. I do feel like somebody is coming to you, like, especially if you got ghosted. They're like making all these excuses, and they're trying to lighten or make light of the situation and try to deflect a little. Like, you might be wanting to probe this person, like, no, but you said blah, 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 and this person's, you know, such and such, but I'm here now, you know, whatever. It just seems like they're really good at, like, turning things around and moving the conversation, changing it. It's like, okay, now you're talking about something else completely different. You might be aware that this person's doing it, but you're just kind of like going along with it, likely because you feel a connection or you like this person. It also feels like a couple of things happening. Either someone is sending mixed signals and just trying to get you to stay with them while they sort some things out. They're not fully giving themselves to you. They're just giving you just enough so that you don't lose interest, or so that you don't fully leave or detach from them. They're just like, oh, I just got to keep them entertained, for whatever reason. Or maybe you're doing this to somebody, but it does look like maybe somebody is like just giving you just enough. They're trying to hold on to you in a connection. They want you to be patient with them while they sort some things out. I feel like you're not going to get a straight answer from somebody, especially even if you're being direct and like, what is this? Or what do you want? Like, is this going anywhere? Are we going to stay together? I feel like this person is just going to like deflect. The other thing I was getting, is something about just still something stopping or being blocked. Like someone wants you. I think what it is that someone wants you on their terms. They're reeling you in like really, really close, and they're like, okay, stop. And then they just kind of like want you to wait. And they go off and they're just like thinking, processing. Somebody is definitely trying to strategize something with you. They want you to be patient with them. They're just like, just give me time. Like, I need to focus on some things. I need to figure things out. They want you on their terms. They want you to wait. They're like, just stay right here. You could be dealing with a person that's very controlling or stubborn. But it's like they know what they want, but their process is kind of trickery. Something's tricky about their process. Another thing I'm getting is that you might be dealing with someone who is a businessman or woman. This person maybe travels a lot, or they got a lot of things that they have to take care of. So it's not like they're tricking you because they're using you or because they're in a relationship, but because their life is just like super busy. And they want you to feel like a priority, but they also prioritize their business. They're like, wait, I gotta go back to my business. You stay right there, but I got some business to take care of. So you could be dealing with someone who just wears a lot of hats and they do a lot. They're very focused. If this is strictly about your energy, you might have like a lot of things going on, but it is kind of like you're a magician, because you're like pulling tricks out of your sleeve, and you're like, okay, let me do this. Okay, let me make this work. Okay, got this taken care of. And maybe you're just like kind of doing like a lot of things. You're multitasking. You're just being very business minded. You're networking. You're doing things on the side. You're working at a full-time job. So it's like you've got a lot going on, but you're just kind of like juggling and making it work. I don't feel like you've dropped anything. You're sustaining this momentum that you have. And then you're probably also thinking about your next move. You're like, okay, like I got this business here, that business there. What else can I do? And you just might be constantly trying to find ways to make money. For some of you, I feel like you're thinking about going outside of your country, your home country, to make money or to start a business. You're like, they don't have that here. I think my services are needed here. My product is needed here. So I feel like you are going around like marking your territory on different places with your business ideas. You also might be studying the market and trying to figure out what to do with your investments, so you're moving money around. Somebody's a good storyteller. Um, I do feel like maybe somebody's being charming, and there might end up being some sort of a hookup if you're dating. I see people hooking up traveling. So if you travel somewhere, you might be like, okay, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas or whatever. So you might, have some sort of fun. This also could be hooking up on a business trip. Or maybe somebody is flying into town, and you guys go out and you guys hook up or whatever. Or they are flying you out to where they are for fun. Even though you have a connection with somebody, still would say be cautious, because I don't know if someone is ready for anything serious. If you're not looking for anything serious, then that shouldn't be a problem. But if you are, I don't know if this is your person. Not just yet anyway. Yeah, definitely could be some fun things going on a business trip, or I'm seeing like business mixed with pleasure. Even if you are getting to know someone on a business matter, like you guys are maybe bonding because you both have businesses, and you're like, oh, well, I could do this, or I could offer this type of service, or, you're trying to network, but at the same time, you're linking up or something. So I don't know. I'm seeing some sort of business mixed with pleasure. There is something childlike or innocent about a connection that you're having, but it also could be immature if people are playing games with each other. It also just could be that two people are learning each other's love language, so it's coming off as inexperienced. The other thing is that someone might be a single parent, and it's something about the children coming together, or maybe it's Maybe you're letting your children have a play date, or maybe you guys are just like bringing your children on a date or just talking about your children on a date. I feel like somebody has hidden romantic feelings, but they're just trying to explore them. They haven't quite figured things out. There's something developing between you and another person. If someone is into metaphysical things like you and you're trying to get a read on them, I feel like it's blocked, or you're having a hard time reading this person's energy, likely because they have a block on them. I feel like somebody is keeping a secret about either a relationship or a family. Either the two of you are trying to have a secret relationship, or this person has a secret relationship. Or somebody is keeping a relationship a secret from the family. Yeah, red flag. Just be cautious. I feel like two people are just like in love with each other and trying to hide it or pretend like they're not, or cover it up. So also somebody's wearing a mask. Another thing I'm seeing is the universe kind of getting you into a relationship, but it's like you might feel like you were tricked into a connection, or you find yourself questioning the universe, like, why would you send this person in my life if they're not available, or if this or if that. But it does feel like you are being tricked into falling for somebody. Another thing I'm seeing is somebody hiding their income or how they make their money. Especially if you have a family member that's always asking for money, maybe you're just kind of like telling them that you don't have any. So somebody is wondering if this person is my soulmate. I would say yes. Also, if you're wondering if this person is thinking about you, I would say yes. Like you guys are thinking about each other. So if this is not anything about like third parties and love triangles, I feel that two independent people are trying to come together to see if this could be a thing, if this can be a relationship. I still feel like there's a little business mixed with pleasure. Like maybe you guys are both wanting to work together career-wise, but it's turning into something romantic. Or you approach your relationships like a business. Both of you are business-minded people. Or you like to take care of business. I do get the alpha male, alpha female energy. But I feel that this person wants to be a provider. There could be a clash because alpha female might feel like she doesn't need to be provided for. She can provide for herself. So there's going to be some sort of a clash. Again, financially, I feel like somebody is thinking about building their wealth and making the right investments. If you're being considered for a relationship, I feel like this person is trying to, even though they have romantic feelings for you, they are also trying to figure out how can you benefit their life. They're trying to see if you would be a good investment. You might be having these thoughts too. I feel like somebody is very, someone is like a pioneer, has like a lot of unique ideas. If this is you, I feel like you think of things first before anybody else. And you're like, nobody's doing this. Nobody, like nobody is seeing this, or, and you come up with these unusual ideas. And then people see what you're doing and then they go and do it. But I do feel like you are the one that, like, you are the birth of like new ideas. You could possibly be a muse, especially if maybe you do just like coming up with ideas but not necessarily executing them. Maybe you can still make that benefit you by offering certain services like that. Like, hey, I was looking at your business and I see what you do. I'm a consultant. I was thinking that, if we could sit down and have some sort of business ideas that I want to run by, just something like, these are my fees. You might just have to market yourself as a muse, especially if you're just more of an idea person, but not necessarily want to take the time out to establish these things, but you got good ideas. So career-wise, I think you could, you might be busy. You might have a lot of things that you could play around with, a lot of ways of creating wealth for yourself. You might need to start writing some things down if you haven't already. I also feel like you have a very active imagination. I feel like people would be interested in what you have to say. You also might intimidate someone because you can read their soul, or you feel overly seen by somebody. You're like, oh, this is uncomfortable. This person is like looking through my soul. I don't know how they are doing that. So there could be someone in your life that you feel like is they are really bringing out your vulnerabilities. You could be going for some sort of advice, or maybe people are coming to you for advice. Education also might be significant, like maybe you're having to get some sort of certificate. Maybe you're going to school, or you're educating yourself about something. Management. I do feel like somebody maybe needs your advice, but they're nervous about either approaching you, or nervous to share or allow themselves to be vulnerable. Also getting something in regards to military. I don't know if your person is in the military, belongs to the military, excuse me, or if someone works in like government, securities. Yeah. You are possibly being considered for some sort of position career wise. Romantically, I see someone who might have commitment issues, but at the same time, you make them feel conflicted. They feel very vulnerable around you. It's like they want to commit. You bring that out of them. Yeah, so those are basically all the messages that I have. Hopefully some things resonated. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.